morning, guys. It's Connor with Dunlap Detailing. Today we are out here ceramic coating a client's Range Rover Defender. We're here to show you what an actual professional ceramic coating looks like. If you've been thinking about getting it done or you're not sure if it's worth it, we're going to show you our process and our results and everything like that, everything that goes behind the scenes. Check it out. So the Range Rover Defender 110 is a perfect example of how ceramic coating can protect your investment or any type of vehicle. As y'all can see, well, it's hard to see, I'll maybe show some clips up right here of how contaminated this vehicle actually really is and how unprotected it is. You can see plenty of water spots on the vehicle and it's unprotected, and these water spots can etch into the vehicle and actually damage the paint and finish over time. And the biggest aspect that you can tell if a vehicle is contaminated is if you drag your finger and you hear a dragging sound. It just sounds like sandpaper. Let me know if y'all hear it. While this paint is unprotected, it leaves exposure to things like bug guts, water spot etching, road grime. All that stuff is just gonna bake into the paint, damage over time, and make your vehicle look dull. What's up, guys? It's Caleb with Dunlap Detailing here. Just explaining the process. First, we always start with the wheels first. It's the dirtiest part of the car, and that's why we always start with the prep work. So first, when we start with the wheels, we always have to start with our wheel and tire cleaner. This is gonna be Adam's wheel and tire cleaner. Just spray it all over the front and on the wheel arches. Then we come in with our snow foam here to add some more lubrication. And then we just brush everything, the surface of the wheel face. We get inside the wheel barrels, we get inside the wheel arches, and we get the little details with our small brushes. Gotta keep inside these wheel barrels, guys, because we need this brake dust free so we can apply the ceramic coating. Then we just pressure wash it off. And that's the first step in the prep work at the ceramic coating. So next, guys, we're going to be doing a stage where we take all the contamination off the vehicle without touching it. So that way when you go to our contact wash, we're minimizing the scratches that it puts on the vehicle. So this is going to be our bug remover chemical. We're going to spray it all over the front. It's going to dissolve any of those bug guts that have gotten bonded to the paint, and we're going to go ahead and remove them. A very important step in this process is going to be using a strip wash. What this is basically going to do is it's going to remove any old protection on the vehicle, any waxes, any sealants that are protecting the vehicle. The ceramic coating is supposed to bond directly to the paint surface. So if you have some protection on before you apply the ceramic coating, it's going to bond to the protection of the vehicle and not the paint. Therefore, it will fail early. That is not what we want. Alright, now that the vehicle is foamed up with the strip wash, we're going to let it sit for a couple minutes to kind of break down any previous protection that's already applied to the vehicle. Once the strip wash has sat long enough to take off any past sealants or any protection or anything like that, all we got to do is just rinse it off. Now that the strip wash has softened up any of those old protections or waxes or sealants on the paint, we're going to go ahead and take some pH neutral car shampoo and we're going to spray it on into our contact wash to kind of fully remove any of these contaminants, protection, any of that stuff is going to help so that when we apply the ceramic coating, it can bond straight to the paint and last for its recommended length every single time. now is just doing the standard contact wash with our wash mitt. It's very soft and plush, so that way we're not scratching any of the vehicle at all. All right, so a very important thing that you want to make sure that you do in washing a car, that's a standard tip that you should always do in your wash process, is always washing from top to bottom. We see most of the contaminants, the rocks, the dirt, any of that stuff is always on the bottom of the vehicle. So if we take those up to the top, we're literally sanding all that dirt into the paint, and we do not want that. That's very bad. So always make sure you're washing from top to bottom. When the wash mitt is contaminated after you go to the bottom, you're going to want to flip the side so that you have a clean surface to go ahead and take everything off. Next up is the clay bar and iron remover stage, guys. Tune up the whole car for more lubrication. The iron remover is to help soften the iron spots, and the clay bar / clay mitt is supposed to take them off completely for the coating so it can bond properly to the paint. And next, obviously, we're going to spray the vehicle off, get all the soap off. Alright guys, so once the vehicle is all the way sprayed off, we're going to come in with our drying towel. It's absolutely huge, and it's going to take all the water off, make it completely dry, and after that it's time to pull this bad baby inside the garage to start the actual coating process. Let's go. Okay, so we are over by the door panel on the side of this Range Rover Defender, and we have this light here. It's basically an inspection light. We're gonna check for any scratches, any swirl marks that might have ended up on the paint. Most likely not, because this is a new Defender, but if there were, you would definitely be able to see it in this light right here. So on camera, you most likely aren't gonna be able to see anything, because to be honest, I cannot see anything either. This paint looks pretty flawless, and really no swirl marks at all. That is a really good sign. The swirl marks being there does not affect how long the coating lasts. It's really just a look thing, because when you're putting a ceramic coating over the paint, it kind of seals that paint's condition into the paint. And if you really don't want to lock in that look, and then you really are going to want to do some buffing to remove any of those swirl marks. All right guys, so the vehicle is fully dry now, and it's ready to start the actual coating process. But before we get into that, I really want to explain what a ceramic coating is and what ceramic coating is not. So a lot of people think, and one really common misconception about ceramic coatings is that they're scratch proof. So that is a complete false myth, guys. Ceramic coating can protect against some scratches, some really minor scratching, but really what's going to get you that fully scratch proof surface is paint protection film, which is a whole different surface. So ceramic coating certainly can help protect against some extent of scratching, but it's definitely not scratch proof as people like to put it. And what a ceramic coating really is, guys, it's not a wax. It's an actual thing that you apply. Once it's applied, it will last for years to come. It's not a wax, so when you apply it, you're not gonna have to reapply it every few months. You're just gonna go ahead and put it on the paint. It's gonna adhere to the surface of the paint, and it's really just gonna give it that premium protection from any bird droppings, bug guts, any stuff that can burn into the paint, etch into the paint, and just really make the car look dull over time. So let's get back into the process now that the car is fully dry it's time for some isopropyl alcohol. This is just gonna remove any old polishing residue or any other dust and whatnot, and fully prep the surface for the coating to be laid down. We're also gonna do the wheels as well because we are coating the wheels. Coating the wheels really has benefits of keeping the brake dust off the wheel to ensure that it looks absolutely premium for as long as possible. So now we're going to IPA the wheels because it's very important to do this, obviously because we're going to be applying the coating to these as well. And then we're also going to be IPAing / cleaning the windows because we're also going to be coating the windows as well. So when the coating next to lay down, right? Oh, sorry. I did want to say one thing, guys. Being mobile does not mean we're cutting corners. Just because we come to the house of the client and we show up in our mobile stuff doesn't mean we're not going to have the same quality as you get in, a detailing shop. We have the proper equipment. We have all the equipment we need. We have the techniques. We have the training. We have the experience to deliver the highest quality results while also having the convenience of coming straight to you. So just because we're mobile does not mean you will get lower quality than if you were, getting a service at the shop. We promise to have that high quality and make the client customer happy no matter what. All right, guys. So now that the IPA process is fully done, everything looks good. Put the paint; it's all fully bare, no protection, no anything. It's finally time to apply our ceramic coating. So, like Caleb was saying, we got our System X coating and our applicator pad, and we're going to make sure that we're going and applying the coating in crosshatch motions, hitting every single spot on the vehicle to make sure there's absolutely no missed spots that will leave the vehicle unprotected. As you can see, guys, we're doing crosshatch motions so that we cover every single surface of the paint and make sure that it's protected. And Caleb over here is checking to see if the coating is going to be flashing. What that basically means is the coating is ready to be buffed off the paint for all excess to be removed and for the finish to be completely perfect. Alright guys, now that the paint and the windows, headlights, taillights are all coated, the final part is to coat the wheels, which is going to help prevent any brake dust buildup and keep the wheel looking like this for as long as possible. Once everything's coated, all it needs to do is sit in the garage for about 4 hours to cure on the paint. But here are the finished results. It looks very glossy, very shiny. It'll be protected for about 6 years from things like bug guts, UV damage, dirt, rain, water. It'll be easier to wash, everything like that. So if you're thinking about getting ceramic coating, this video is for you, of our process and everything like that. Have a good one.